Hello, everyone. I guess we're dealing with a couple tech issues with me freezing up. So let me know if the signal's coming through better now. If it isn't, then I'll record the video and I'll put it up super quick. So just let me know if you're getting a good signal. If you're not getting the signal, then let me know. I'm just going to type in here what we're going to do in terms of our workout while I'm waiting for people to come on here. Better now, Derek? Good. So unfortunately, we'll lose the side panel here, but hopefully that'll keep the quality okay. So I'm just gonna type in the workout just so everyone has it. And you guys can just kind of keep up with me in terms of the pacing. So we're going to do a lower body workout, 3 sets of each exercise. There's going to be 8 exercises, and then you can choose your own reps. So if you want to do 8 reps, go for it. I'm going to be doing 10. You can do 12, 15, 20, whatever works for you. Depends on what your goals are. So you choose and just try and keep up. You have about a minute to do each exercise. So if you don't want to give yourself a lot of rest, then make sure you do your reps accordingly. Lunges and okay, so the exercises should be in the description for everyone if they can see that. So without further ado, let's get into our warm up because we're already a little late. So what I want you to do is just start in a standing posture, hands over your head, hinge forward, touch your toes, come back up, and repeat. So let's just do that. Exhaling, inhale, over your head, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and let's just keep going here a few more times. Get a good hinge, warm up your hamstrings, get a good stretch in. Good, and relax. Now we're going to do some butt kicks. So just running on the spot, pulling your heels into your butt, like that. If running's too aggressive, you can march and pull in as well. Just depends on what your ability is. Good, and relax. Next, we're going to do a hip opener. So open your hips, one side, then the next. So I'm just kind of marching in place. You can actually walk if you have the space in your exercise room, wherever that may be. Good. Good. And relax. Next one, we're going to do hot feet around the box. So quick feet forward, then to the side, then backwards, then to the other side. So we're just drawing a box with our feet, trying to go nice and quick. Again, just working on our agility a little bit. Good. And relax. And our last mobility exercise we'll do is a side bend. So just over to one side, then over to the next. So we're just going to bounce a little bit, just stretching out our obliques and our lats. Even though we're doing lower body, there's going to be a lot of core involved. And we want to keep our back nice and safe. Good. And our last one, we'll just do a little punch combination. So we're going to go jab, cross, 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 jab, cross. Switch sides if you want. Good. Catch a quick breather. If you have a bench, get it in place. You're going to need it for your split squat, so you're going to have your foot elevated. I'll have mine right around here. You'll need 2 sets of weights, so 1 in each hand. I'll show you a head-on version, and then I'll show you one on the side profile, depending on how I'm going. So grab a set of weights to start in your hands. 1 foot up. So I'm going to show you a side profile for my first set. So 1 foot up, drop the knee, come back up. Drop the knee, come back up. Try and stay fairly upright with your upper body and do whatever prescribed reps you're doing. So like I said, I'm going to do 10 each leg. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So you can use a chair if you don't have a bench available to you. Use whatever you want. For these, since we're doing single leg, both sides, there's not a lot of time to rest here. So we're going to get going again in 5 seconds. So round 2, I'll show you a head-on version now. So foot's back, drop down, come up. Drop down, come up. Nice and controlled all the way through. My head might be getting cut off, but you really don't need to see that. You just need to see my leg as I stabilize through. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and switching legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. About 15 seconds rest here. So I'm just shaking out my legs, getting the blood flowing a little bit. You can get a quick drink of water if you need to. I think head-on shows you the best view, so I'm going to do that for round 3, which we need to start right now. So foot up, stay in control. Exhale on your way up, inhale on your way down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everyone. I'm just going to get my bench out of here. You got 15 seconds before we go into single leg deadlifts. So you can probably use the same weight that you use for your Bulgarians. I'm going to use dumbbells in both hands here, so we'll get started. So I'm going to show you an easier version. So first one, toe down, hinge at the hips, keep nice straight back. Exhale and pull up each time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching legs, so same thing. Back toes down, that just keeps me stable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So again, breathe. We only got about 5 seconds before we gotta get it back in. So I'm gonna show you head on this time. So same thing, I'm gonna have my toe down, hinge forward, come up. Oh, losing my balance. So get balance, get back into it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to stick with side view for the last one, but this time I'm going to lift my back leg. So it's going to create a lot more stability problems with my legs. Going to have to use a lot more of my smaller muscles in my legs and feet to stabilize. And let's get going on round 3. So hinge, leg comes back, hinge, leg comes back, pulling through my hamstring and my glute on my left leg here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll show you head on with my right leg. You'll see the balance issues I have here. So I'm trying to I'm rotating even though I don't want to. I want to keep my dumbbells parallel to the ground, but I have a hard time because of the stability problems I have in my ankle on my right foot. 8, 9, 10. Good. Quick break or breather. We're going to get into a sumo squat. So you can do this with a single weight if you want, or you can use a double weight in both hands. So we're already late, but we're going to go wide with the legs, hinge down, squat up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Since it's a double leg or bilateral exercise, we get a lot more rest here. So even though we're a little late, we still have 20 seconds. So a great time to catch your breath, get a quick drink. Adjust your weights if you need to. And we're going to get back in 3, 2, 1, go. So lift, lift, lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to show you a side profile next for the third set. So again, lots of time to rest and recover here. So nice deep breathing. Try and slow your heart rate down a little bit. Slow your breathing down. Lowers your blood pressure a little bit. So notice my back when I do this. So we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. So I'm dropping, hinging at the hips here, standing up. So dropping my butt back and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to do deadlifts next. So another bilateral exercise. So I'm going to show you the difference. So squats, we're dropping our hips down, right? Butt goes back and down. Deadlifts, what we're going to do is really hinge at the hips. So the hips don't lower nearly as much, but there's going to be a bit of bend in the knee, but see how my torso is going to hinge forward so much more. So that's the big difference. That's the difference between getting your quads and then gang your hamstrings. Is that either hinge at the hips or bend through the knees. All right, so let's get going into our deadlifts. So finish flat back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'll show you head-on view for the second round. So big thing, and you've probably heard me say it before, Justin or Dave, but when we do the deadlift, hinging at the hips here, gaze keeps forward, so it's not looking up, it's not looking down. When you look up, you overextend. When you look down, you arch and you lose your integrity in your spine. So you want to keep it just on the horizon, as Justin likes to say. All right, so let's get going. Round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good job. I'll keep with head on for the last one as well. A couple more pointers I can make use of. So when I'm going head on here, what you'll notice is that my hands stay in line with my shins the whole time, or they should. And the reason why you want to do that is from side profile, it's just physics. So the further you're out, the harder you need to work. So you want to keep it close to your body. Just like if you're lifting something heavy, you want to keep it close to your body. We're lifting something heavy. We got to keep it close to our body. So let's get into it. Round 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everyone. Catch your breath. Switch your weights out. We're going to go into lateral lunges next. I'm going to show you 2 different ways of doing it. The first one in the goblet squat type of format, so you just need one weight. And then in round 2, I'll show you a different way. So for this one, we're stepping to the side, dropping our hip, keeping upright, up, step in. So we're going to do 10 this way, then we'll go 10 the other way, or do whatever reps you're doing. So let's get going. Lateral lunges, so step, drop, back to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. So we don't have a lot of time, about 10 seconds, because we got to do both sides here. So feel free to adjust your reps here. You might do 5 a side instead. All right. So round 2, told you I'd try something different. So just having the weights, having them at my side, dropping to the side, like that. So my one hand ends up going right between my legs as I go about it. The other one just stays at the side. 9, I think that's 9 anyways. 10, I might be cheating. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. All right, I'm gonna switch back to the other way, and we gotta get back into it. So I'm gonna show you a side profile. So when I step 2, drop, I'm gonna hinge a little bit at my upper torso, but I want to stay upright as best as I can. This really just depends on your hip flexibility. So if you're really tight in the hips, you might need to hinge a lot more. That's okay, as long as you keep your weight even on your feet. So the weight shouldn't be up on your toes, shouldn't be back on your heels. I think I got one more. Good. So other side, it's the same thing here. Actually, I'm gonna switch to these. So if you have 2 weights and you're going, then a lot of the times you end up falling forward a bit because the weights are pulling you down and forward. So that's why I like the goblet squat grip a bit better. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're already late for our next round, so grab a single dumbbell and we're going to swing it. So hand over hand, a little bit wider than shoulder width stance with your legs. Swing, come up, just above shoulder height. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch. That was a bit too late for me. And I'll show you a side profile next. So when I come forward, still dropping my hips a bit, but it is going to be more of a hinge. And then when I come up, I want to stop just above shoulder height. So let's get going, round 2. So you'll notice, so hinge, thrust up. My legs should be doing all the work here. My shoulders are just guiding the weight, but don't make it into a shoulder exercise. It's supposed to be lower body. 9, 10. Good, and I'll face the other direction, just something a little bit different. So that one gets your heart rate going, especially if you got the right weight. Don't let the weight throw you around though. So when it comes down, I don't want you to get into this posture with the rounded back. You should be nice and flat. Absorb everything through your legs. Five seconds, then we'll go into our next last round of swings. So get going. So hinge, thrust, hinge, thrust, hinge, thrust. I'm really squeezing through my hamstrings and my glutes. Trying not to show off here with one hand, but I can do it with one hand because all the power is coming from my legs. I'm not doing anything through my shoulders other than making sure the weight doesn't get thrown into my mirrors. All right, so we got 2 more. So we got forward lunges, and then we got dumbbell hip thrusts, which we'll need the bench for. So for forward lunges, grab your weights. So I'm going to do this with 2 weights here. I'll show you a head-on version first, and then I'll do side profile so you can see that view as well. I'm warm. I don't know if you are. All right, so step forward, drop the knee, up, step back, and repeat. So same side for 10, or whatever reps you're doing, then switch sides. So maybe you're doing 5 a side instead of 10 because you can't keep up with my speed. That's okay. Or maybe I'm way too slow for you, and so you're doing a lot more. So I'm on my other leg now. Stepping, dropping. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quads are burning. Good. So I'm just going to back up here, put the weights down. We got 10 seconds before we get into round 2. So try and stay upright in your torso again here. And go. So step, drop, back. Step, drop, back. Stay in control. Step in a straight line the whole time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch the sides. 1, 2. Only drop as low as you're able to. Maybe you're getting tired like I am. Your knee's not getting as low as it was. That's okay. But stay in control. Try not to wobble. I think I got one more. And good. We got one more round of those, and then the hip thrusters, so another 10 seconds. And go. So stepping forward, straight line. Knee stays in a straight line as I drop, so it's not wobbling from side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching sides. Quads are really burning here for me. Hopefully they are for you too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. So if you have a bench or something stable, like a chair, not a foldable one, use it. And you're going to need a single dumbbell here, so a fairly heavy one. So what you're going to do is start with your back against the bench and the dumbbell on your hip like this, holding it so it doesn't bruise you too much. And then you're going to drop your hips, squeeze them up like that. So that's what a hip thrust is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And off to the side, be careful. Ooh. Now you can use your bench to rest. So when you're doing this, make sure you have your hands holding the dumbbell so it doesn't fall off from side to side. And maybe if it's really uncomfortable, you might want to have a sweater or a towel underneath. All right, let's get back into it. So easiest way I find is to start up and then to drop and come back down and then back up. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This really burns my hamstrings. 7, 8, 9, 10. And off to the side. Rest. Got a decent amount of rest here. So basically this exercise, if you haven't seen it before, it basically works like a glute bridge. So glute bridge is unweighted. This one's weighted. You can actually do it opposite. So instead of having your back on the bench, you can have your back on the floor, have your feet up, and that's just going to really fire up your hamstrings and quads a bit, as well as your calves, big time there. So just depends on what you want to get at. I want to just show you a little bit of an easier version or the stereotypical version first. So again, let's get into round 3 here. This is our last exercise, and then we have a cool down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Off to the side. Get yourself up. Let's put our weights away. Move our bench out of the way, or chair, or whatever you have, if it's in your way. We're going to start with hamstring stretch. So hamstring stretch, we'll just start right now. So toe up. I'm going to show you with a chair just because I don't think you can see my foot in the camera. So toe up, pull towards my shin, hinge forward. Whoop. Legs are wonky. And then hinge, breathing. Shake out. And let's do the other side. So you can see I'm really tight, so I'm not getting anywhere near my toe. I'm just sliding down my shin. Big thing I'm trying to do is keep my back as straight as I possibly can. And let's kick that away. We'll go into a TFL stretch. So tensor fascial ladder, your IT band goes down the side. That gets really tight with a lot of sitting, or if you're a bike rider, that's a typical one. So cross your leg over top. Whatever leg's underneath, you're going to kick that hip out. So for me, my right hip, and I'm going to lean towards my left side, just reaching towards the ground, feeling the stretch all the way down the side of my leg. And shake out, switch sides. Oops. Kicking my left hip out now, reaching towards my right side. Good. I'm going to get on the mat. Might be a little bit hard to see me, but I'm going to do a butterfly stretch. So feet together, chest nice and upright. Drive your knees into the ground. You can use your forearms to help. Next one, you're really going to lose me, so you're going to lie on your back. So just listen. Grab your right knee, pull it into your chest, then come across your left side of your body, generally just grabbing with your left hand on your right knee, and you should feel the stretch in your butt. And let's switch sides. So grab your left knee with your right hand, pull it up towards your chest and across, feeling this in your butt on your left side now. Good. We're going to do a cobra stretch next. So hands are underneath your shoulders, dropping your hips towards the ground, looking forward or up if you have that flexibility, and just breathe. Trying to release some of that tension in your back. And we'll finish with child's pose. So now drop your hips back into your heels, fingertips forward, forehead to your mat, and just creep your fingertips forward until you feel the stretch in your lats. Nice deep breathing here. This is where we're going to end. So you can stay here as long as you need to. Thank you for the class and attending today. Sorry about the tech issues. We'll try and get that sorted out for next week, but I think it was just my internet connection, so it's just not strong enough to run that side panel at the same time. So hopefully you got through it okay. It's a pretty tough leg workout. It all depends on what dumbbells you're using. So, if you found it too challenging, change your reps, lower the weight. Maybe even increase the rest time and take some pauses. Don't try and keep up with me. If it was too easy, increase your weight. Increase the reps. Good job, everyone. It's family day next Monday, so dumbbell class will skip a week, and we'll come back the week after. But we're planning to have a fun workout for next Monday instead, so in my place. So have a good week. Stay warm, stay dry, and stay safe, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.